top five.
Yeah, girl, you ready to do this? You ready to count this thing down? We're doing the top 5, her. Yeah, let's set it off with 1, 2, 3, 4.
I like cute dogs.
Doggos. Little woof woofs.
Little dojers.
Little puppers.
Dojos, that's something
Little
else.
small animals.
I
Because we didn't have proper
will be honest.
rituals.
I don't know how to make a fire on my own in the woods. I would be a terrible person to be stuck in the woods with.
Matches and stuff?
Yeah, like you-
Oh, I mean, I
yeah.
could do that, but
You
I mean,
can't
like,
just rub
I'd be
sticks
pretty
together.
bad
I
with
can't rough it.
matches
you know?
or lighter.
That doesn't shock me.
If someone's just like, hey, go survive in the wild for like 3 days.
Would you call me? I have bear training. I could help.
Yeah, I know you have bear training.
I could do it.
What's it gonna do? Like stick a bear on him?
Yeah, I have trained a bear actually. Like, no. I can fight a bear.
Oh.
I can operate pepper spray meant for bears.
I can fight a bear. Nothing's going to
Bear
win
spray.
against a bear, but anyone can
Bear
fight
spray,
it.
yeah. Bear spray. Bear bangers, they're a thing.
Yeah. Bear spray's a thing, right?
We actually probably
Yeah.
went at the most like berry time to go camping.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're gathering all their food before
Pretty
hibernation.
dangerous.
It's serious.
They're eating as much as they can,
Yeah.
as much as weird shit as they can, to plug their butts when they go to sleep all winter,
Yeah.
so that nothing comes out.
Is that
Yeah.
what happened?
They eat a whole they literally
like
eat a whole
zero
bunch of like
fiber.
brush and like hair and literally all gross shit to like create a plug.
Fucking nature.
We can all
Bears,
learn
right?
something from bears. I've been trying to practice that technique
Don't
for
do
years.
that. Tongue.
It,
I'm a doctor now. You can't do that.
yeah, it's just not like medically sound to like plug
Not
my butt.
advised. No. I mean, you know what? Do what you want. I don't.
Do what you
This is a whole
want.
lot of your
Has-
rails a little.
Did everyone here get their wisdom teeth out?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Did you? Did they give you T3s?
No.
I don't remember.
Really? I'm the only one?
I don't remember.
So I was
Still
gonna-
comedy?
I was gonna say if they did, I was gonna say, were you like me in that when the pain stopped, you just like had a super fun day, taking a whole bunch of T3?
No, I actually like slept through most of my wisdom teeth like recovery.
I only had bottom wisdom teeth.
Whoa.
I don't have top
Explains
wisdom teeth.
so much.
That's
I'm
cool.
evolving.
You are a genetic gold mine.
I know.
Yeah, he's
So
not a top.
sign up. Like, get in line.
Get in line. He's not a top.
He's not a top.
He's not a top.
All right.
Eric Moore. He is not a top.
He's a bare bottom.
Oh, full circle back to bears.
Oh, that wasn't B-A-R-E.
No, that was meant to be. It's a double entendre.
I need a minute.
So yeah, it's a little warm in here or what? Oh, hey, hello, and welcome back to the Pod Cavern. I'm your host, Tuong La, and this is Ranked Top 5 Lists of Stuff That Don't Matter. We have a brand new crew here today. Very, very exciting. All doctors. In fact, we got a bunch of medical doctors to join us here today. Dr. One, she has an advanced degree in boozology. Hello, Reba. Reba Ollerhead.
Ooh. Yes, that's me.
That's you.
It's a good name.
Welcome to the podcast. I'm
you.
happy that you finally came here. You had to tell all your patients they couldn't come see you anymore to do this podcast. So,
Yeah, I've actually quit doctoring altogether just for this. so-
doctoring, is that a
That's,
verb?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a doctor. Can confirm.
Well, welcome to the podcast. There's another doctor in the house today. Is that correct?
Yes, Dr. Eric.
Dr. Eric.
I'm actually not a doctor. I want everybody that's listening right now. I'm definitely
Don't
not
be
a doctor.
modest.
Don't listen to these people. They're
Don't
not
be
doctors.
modest. Eric Moore back in the house. Back in the house. First ranked podcast.
Yeah.
But
Thank you.
he was
Thank you.
formerly from the old
having me.
televised episodes back at my old podcast days.
day.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Thank you for being here.
Should we revive it?
Yes.
Revive it the way a doctor would?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if you want to spearhead that.
Busted. He's a doctor.
Hey, and what is that? What is that voice I hear? Who is that sound?
Sounds like another doctor.
Wow,
That's the laugh of the doctor.
this is great. In fact, this doctor has like a stethoscope on him. He's fully robed. I told him he didn't have to bring it. It's an audio podcast. It's not a visual thing.
I
But he
came here right from work.
Right from
Did
work.
not have time to change.
Yeah. He actually was in the middle of surgery and had to come here.
I have
Eric.
3 different people's blood on my clothing right now.
Oh my goodness. And they're all different color splotches of blood too. So
But that's not why we came here today.
no. But well, what's his name? I don't, you never introduced him to me.
We came here today to introduce Dr. Johnny McArthur.
Dr. Johnny McArthur, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Fun fact, Johnny, the music you just heard at the intro, that is his voice. So during the times when
of
he's not,
being a doctor.
when he's not saving lives, he is empowering lives with his music. Empowering?
Yep. that
Inspiring?
works. I like it.
Sure.
I'll take it
I'll take it.
with the jingles.
Thank you for being here today, Johnny. And the reason why we have this doctor-filled podcast is because we want to give you real remedies on something very important to all of us. That's right, folks. We're talking about top 5 hangover cures. I bet you didn't see that coming.
This is some doctor shit.
We didn't want to get hungover for this podcast, although some of us did. But we're all drinking beers, right? What are you guys
Yes.
drinking right now? You guys anything
Well,
fancy?
I think we should start with our
Doctor
first-
number 1.
Yeah, Dr. Reba.
I have a name. It's Dr. Reeves. I'm drinking Railway City Express India Session Lager, left behind at my house by someone.
It's the best kind of beer.
Yeah, it tastes better when it's free. It also tastes good anyways. I would pay $2 for this.
Great. Awesome. And Eric.
I'm drinking the Carol Ann from Whippersnapper Brewing Company.
Wow. And what's that picture of in the front there?
There's a hop,
Uh-huh.
and it says Carol Ann on it.
On a scale to 1, from 1 to hop, how hoppy is it?
I don't know, man. I'm not super big on the hop thing anymore.
No?
Like, I'm just getting sick of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
It's Easter.
And it's kind of hoppy, but it's not too hoppy, so it's pretty good.
I love how you didn't make a hoppy Easter joke.
It's
you
the
just
day-
said
well,
you
it's
just
the
said
day
there's a
of-
joke
it's the
there.
day
Yeah,
of
there's a
hops.
There's a joke there.
This episode won't be
Sacrilege.
released on Easter. People are like, what? Easter was so
That's
long
true.
ago.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Johnny, are you drinking anything in particular?
I am drinking Mill Street Organic.
Wow.
A classic.
Classic.
A classic.
That's a beer I would drink if I was trying to not get hungover.
Fair enough.
This is also a good beer to drink when you have a hangover.
Well, we'll
It's
get to
not
that.
too
We
hard.
will.
It's not-
We are
yeah,
going to
yeah.
get to that. And I'm just drinking some Sleeman, just some Sleeman Original, because I'm OG like that. So we are going to all nominate 3 hangover cures, go around the circle 3 times, and then come up with a master list, and then rank and order them, and then we're going to share with you our personal list. So without further ado, I will go first. My number 1 hangover cure, or my first nomination, I want to say, is a greasy breakfast. Although I'll be more specific than that, is I want to do like a big man's breakfast, that you get at like a Rockin' Johnny's, like your 2 toast, your bacon or sausage, preferably both, your hash browns.
All right. Can you just tell the folks who might not know what Rockin' Johnny's is like?
It
Dr.
is.
One does not know.
It's like a diner. I want diner food, diner breakfast. Yeah, and get some eggs, however you want it made. Get that grease in the morning.
Do you like the ones that have the eggs and the bacon and sausage and also like pancakes?
I'm a glutton. I will take all of it.
Yeah.
But if I have to pay extra for the pancakes, with most of the time I do, I'll opt not to because I'm also cheap.
Yeah, I can't get behind pancakes. Like, if I'm hungover, that's probably the last thing in the world I want. Like, you could put pretty much any other breakfast food in front of me. I'd be happy. Pancakes will not help me out. That is disgusting.
Well, I think the best thing about this is the grease. I just want
dry.
something greasy.
So dry.
You know what though? I'm weirdly on the other side of the fence on that because I find like a big greasy breakfast does not help my hangover. It just puts me to sleep and it makes it worse.
Oh, well, Johnny, what are you going to nominate as your...
You want me to go next?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, I can go next.
Sure.
My first. I'm not gonna say that one first. Probably my best nomination for my best hangover cure is just all of the water.
All of the water. That
All of
is,
it.
and would you drink it the night before?
That too.
Yeah?
Because literally all you're doing when you're drinking is just dehydrating yourself. And you don't drink enough water as it is, even when you're not drunk or hungover. So when you're like, you're like, oh, I'm so thirsty. I'm going to drink all this refreshing drink here. And it's really just making you more thirsty. And that's why you're so tired, why you're so shitty, and your fucking head isn't working properly, and it hurts.
It's like you wake
all
up in the
water.
middle of the night, you're going to drink some more water, that kind of thing.
Drink it the night before. Drink like, ideally, for every 2 drinks, you'll have like a full glass of water.
All right. But
During the night, but that's not always going to happen.
here's something we gotta like decide though. Are we gonna get into preventative measures? You know, like
Well, they're hangover cures.
a cure is not
it's
a
a
preventative.
post.
Now, the first way to prevent a hangover is to not drink alcohol.
That is true. You can totally nominate that if you'd like.
Yeah, but that's not a cure.
Yes, this we're
You
talking
have to
about
remember.
cures, not
Prevent-
prevention.
Remember, kids,
Remember, kids.
Remember, kids.
if you find yourself in this situation, that's what this is for. But if you don't want to be in this situation,
Just don't do it.
this is not the podcast for you. I don't think.
You guys, when you got older, have hangovers gone worse?
100%.
100%?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember the days back in my youth, we were able to drink 20 beers. And then the next day, drink another 20 beers. And then sometimes I drink 4 beers. And I'm like, I'm fucking, please sing. Oh my God. Johnny.
We live together.
We
at
live
this point.
together, yes. So we just calling each other's names from across the hallway.
I mean, it makes sense. Like you've punished your liver this much so far. Now
Yeah.
It just gets worse.
Just
I have
gets
a
worse.
question about, do you actually succeed in drinking water as you go throughout the night? Is that something?
That's like a best
That's
case
the
scenario.
tricky-
I have done that a couple times. Most of the time,
Yeah.
you're having too much fun to. Thank you.
Yeah.
She's clapping by the way.
She's clapping, yeah.
But mostly, I will get when I'm done. I'm going to bed. 2 bottles of water. One of them to drink that second. Kadoosh. The next one,
For future
the
Johnny.
whole thing when you wake
Sorry,
up the
what
next
was that?
morning.
What was that?
Kadoosh.
Kadoosh.
That's passing the fuck out. That's
Oh, that was you, though.
Oh, I thought that was the water coming down.
could be both.
Could be
You
kadoosh.
simultaneously going down.
Yeah.
with the
You
water.
just need, you know those
Douche.
hamster water bottles? You should just zip tie one to your bed frame, and then you
Yeah.
can just roll over and
Yeah, that's my thing. If
That's exactly what it sounds like.
right?
Definitely the best way is to prevent the hangover in the first place.
Doctor 2 is a
He's,
preventative
he's
doctor.
getting, but he's getting hung up on the
But
technicality.
I am
here.
hung up on that because if I'm hungover and I made some mistakes
You don't want to just live in the past.
and I had a better night than I thought I would, and things people showed up and they brought beer and it's just things happen, right?
Sometimes you end up doing shots. You don't want shots, but you do
It's
them.
somebody's birthday or something's and
It's a bar
and-
mitzvah.
want
and
shots.
suddenly I'm in my bed and I feel like I'm in the worst pain and just horrible. Like it sucks. And if you sit up to grab that glass of water and drink the glass of water or bottle of water, you're gonna be sick. It's just you're stuck. You're stuck. You're stuck this way, and then you're trying to roll the other way, and you're trying to roll the other way, and it hurts. It doesn't matter which way you roll. You're freaking
You're just
screwed,
fucked.
man. It's
And you're
terrible.
stuck.
But so that's why the hamster thing. If there was something
good, I
like
like
a camelback, you ever bike? Go
You can
on-
strap it on before you go to bed.
put on a camelback.
Is this your nomination?
No.
It
My
should be.
nomination is actually Advil,
Okay.
which is not particularly good for you, and you shouldn't make a habit of it. But if you, are in a really bad situation, and you've got things to do, and you made a mistake, don't make a habit of it, but have an Advil if your head is going to kill you, because then once you get over the headache, you kind of get over the stomach thing, and you can move on, and you can get up and moving. Advil will revive you within 20 minutes. I guarantee it.
You get it's the
guarantee.
Eric Moore guarantee.
Dr.
Doctor 2.
Moore.
And
guarantee.
don't go for Tylenol, because my
Why is that?
understanding, and I might be totally full of shit to any of the real doctors.
For all the doctors listening to rank that
Yeah. Oh, we have an audience for doctors. Don't you worry.
I'm sorry. How ignorant of me.
Tylenol affects your liver.
I was going to say that about the Advil because
processed
I
in your
didn't
liver.
know that Advil did not affect.
I think
the
it
liver.
does. It probably does a bit.
but not as much
You
as
know
that.
what
I
else
don't think it's
affects
as
your
bad
liver?
as
Is
bad.
alcohol.
Ibuprofen's on.
Alcohol.
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Don't drink.
But I can see the rationale of picking Advil over Tylenol if it's like, okay, you already ruined your liver enough. Why would you want to use a cure that's going to also be harmful to your liver?
And I believe it's harmful to your stomach.
Is it the acetaminophen?
Yes,
I-
I think so.
I believe it's pronounced acetaminophen. I believe.
Is it actually?
Yes.
That's
Okay.
how a doctor would pronounce
That
it.
was-
Yes, exactly.
There's no
They're very,
doctor.
doctors are really pretentious like that. So that's how I would do it if I was a doctor. And people say that my writings is like doctor handwriting, so
Yeah.
I'm like halfway there. Reba, what is your first nomination?
My first nomination is leftover drunk food. So whatever your poison is, I don't know, pizza, nachos, burgers, I don't know, whatever it is you have when you're drunk. Hopefully you leave a little bit, you know, if it's next to you in bed when you wake up, if it made it to your fridge, that's great. And another thing is it has to be warmed up in the oven.
It
It's
has
just better.
to?
Have the patience, don't eat it cold, don't nuke it, put it in the oven. It'll have that crispiness, it'll feel like you're drunk again. But hopefully not. But it'll
like
feel like
that.
it's as good as it was.
I like that. I like the detail because today I had leftover pizza from yesterday, but I put it in the microwave and
Gets all
I
soggy.
only kind of liked it.
See?
Yeah,
I think that's a good general rule. Just
For
For
heating up food,
leftovers.
yes.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
sometimes you don't have the energy to like make it.
you just have to know that
right.
it'll be worth it. You need
It's
to put a
true.
note on your fridge or something, like, "Hey, hungover, Dr. Reba.
Yeah.
This will be better if you
This
use
will
your
be.
oven."
It's just gonna taste
That's
better.
the only time I use my oven is when I'm hungover.
Help you.
Can
Yes.
we agree that there really isn't a cure though? You
Well-
can treat the symptoms.
These are the cures, man. We're here for cures.
We're here for cures.
We're here for cures.
Okay.
And people are coming to us for real advice. And that was the end of round 1. So I'm gonna give you another cure right here.
By the way, I won't immediately shit on this one like I did your last one, and I do apologize for that.
That's okay. Round 2. I'm not sure if you will shit on me for this one because it's.
I'm also
and-
not down with the greasy breakfast. Sorry, Tongue. But
Okay.
it's it's a great if it
here's-
works for you.
I just like to come in all controversial all the time. And my next nomination for round 2 is beer.
Here we go.
Here
It
we
is
go.
controversial.
Here we go.
You know what the first thing it'll
not
say?
controversial at all.
If you look up, hangover cures, don't reach for a beer. If you do, consult your doctor about your alcohol problem.
No. This is not how to treat your alcoholism. This is how do you cure yourself temporarily. Is re-drunkify yourself. That's a word.
It's so short-sighted though. You're gonna have a double whammy compound hangover by dinner time.
So.
Okay, we've got some short-sighted
I'm
people
a-
in the house.
Yeah, you know what? I feel like I don't do it too often. I mean, you can like drink some beer or like
Nobody believes you.
it's fine. You're kind of like we're not perfect human
We're not
beings.
talking about waking up in the morning at 9 in the morning and going and cracking a beer. It's like once you're like getting going with
Yeah.
your day, maybe around like 11 o'clock, noon, you can crack one and slowly start getting back into it.
We've done it many times.
Yes.
You know, like the alcoholic roommates. You know, like just what a rough night. But then you go to the fridge, crack a beer around like noon.
You're like, it's my day off.
it's a day off. It's sunny outside. Let's
All right.
just go enjoy ourselves
right.
again. And I feel better about
yeah,
it.
that was.
I don't know, man.
That was the one that I was gonna say the first round. I was like, I don't want to say that right off the bat.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say it.
I never feel like it cures me though. It just makes me more miserable within an hour.
I think it matters
you
where
know?
on the spectrum your hangover is. If it's
Very
if
much
it's not
so.
too severe, then it'll help you out. But if if you're past a certain point, it's not going to help you out.
Let's
I
be-
think all of these do. Greasy breakfast. I'm totally down if I have the very slightest hangover.
Yeah.
Oh, I had 4 beers last night and I'm kind of hungover. Well, actually 4 can be depending on the pint.
You know,
These days for
the
sure.
other day I drank a 12.6% beer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, who
We're
knows?
gonna-
Who knows?
Anyway, point is, if you have a little bit of a hangover, some of these cures are better than others. If you have, I'm talking, Advil, it's only really for a massive hangover.
Yeah.
See, that's the hangover that you're talking about. The one that you can't even get up to take a sip of water because
Yeah.
you've got the spin still or whatnot.
yeah.
I think there's a hangover spectrum.
Yeah.
There is.
And that's what we're addressing is the
We gotta
hangover
get 'em.
spectrum.
We do got to get into that.
Johnny,
Well, to add on to your beer nomination, my actual nomination, my name for that was just more alcohol, and I had the descriptor beer only, unless it's a Caesar or two. A Caesar
Yeah.
or two to start off is like you're good, but if
Yeah.
you can't drink liquor because that is just gonna get you immediately wasted again. Mm-hmm. In my experience, anyway.
That's true.
If you have a rum and coke or a G&T when you're hungover, you're just boom, you're drunk.
I
Again.
think yeah.
Whereas if you got a beer, you just sort of getting back to level again.
I
And
think
then
the goal
eventually
is-
you'll quickly go over this.
Of course, it's a very temporary solution. I don't think
Yeah.
the goal is to get drunk again. It's just to
you
level
back.
yourself,
Over the
get you
hump.
back.
I'd also like to throw in a mimosa as the female
Yes.
doctor in the
Yes.
house.
Yep.
dude.
Mimosa.
I'd take,
I'm not-
I
I'd
like
take a
mimosas.
mimosa over a beer.
Oh,
Like,
of course.
I'm-
It's orange juice.
At
And
that point.
And of course, then if you don't want people to know what you're doing,
Preach a sister.
Just
looks like orange juice.
Yeah.
Drink it out of a, I don't know.
Was that your nomination? Was
Inconspicuous
Caesar?
No, my nomination actually in my top 3, one was water, the other one was beer. My other nomination for Hangover Cure is intercourse.
I was gonna
That's
put that
on my list, too.
Really?
Wow.
No way!
I'm not the only one, are they?
There's a high fives. Reba's not joined. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
There it is.
Reba's
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Get in it.
Hey, we like sex. Top 5 sex. No, that's not this podcast.
But yeah,
yeah,
straight up.
no.
I find it's a great cure. And I would also like to make a this descriptor that masturbation is not a substitute for intercourse to get rid of your hangover. It does not help.
So
it makes you tired and sad.
You need.
It needs to be intercourse with another human being.
But it might make you fall asleep again if you're trying to get back to sleep.
Which I'm surprised no one said sleep yet. But
Well,
yes,
we
this
might
is
get
all-
there. But the thing with intercourse is like you sweat, right? And that's what you're looking for. When you masturbate, you know, you might not sweat.
Yeah.
You might
so
just be like,
You're
yeah.
doing it wrong.
I was
That's why I always go into a sauna first.
Gross.
Well, the thing about it too is that when you're hungover, it's like it's harder to get there. So it's just like sometimes you'll get like too sore before you even get there, or it's like you're not even really in the mood for it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I could not be less in the mood for anything right now after.
Eric, what is your round 2 nomination?
Well, that's a good segue because one of
Thanks.
mine is exercise, which I mean I don't practice what I preach here, but if you can manage it and you can get moving, and like it's happened for sure to me, like if you have to work or something, like I try to not get hungover before work, but
Of course. Sometimes it happens.
a couple times, and like sometimes my job can be pretty physical, and if it is that you feel better after an hour of just working hard, like
Sweating shit
an
out.
hour, you're good. You know, go run, play sports. Don't say, "Oh, I'm too hungover to play sports today." No, go try.
So
You
to be
can-
more specific
you know-
with your exercise, would you say sports?
Oh, cardio. You know, you want to
Cardio?
sweat.
Cardio?
Cardio.
Let's say cardio.
Is it
maybe
better-
there's people who like lift. I don't really lift weights and shit like that, so I don't.
What? I can't tell. You look great.
Thank you.
He's actually lifting a 50-pound dumbbell right now. Oh my god, he broke the dumbbell. Holy shit.
You didn't hear it because it's a soft dumbbell.
It's very large to reach 50 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you sweat, and, you know, sex, exercise, whatever you want to do to get yourself moving again, to get your body kind of alive.
Yeah.
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
Would you say that it's better or worse if it's a group activity? Would you rather we're on this one, not this one. Would you rather go play a sport with a bunch of friends, or would you rather just go for a nice long run by yourself?
It depends how much, like, I don't know, how much you need to think about what you've done.
Ooh. Okay.
I feel like a sports with friends would be better, both because one, you don't have to think about what you've done the night before, and two, there's more motivation to do the thing because you're doing it with other people rather than like if you're hungover as shit and you're going out for a run. It's like, okay, 5 minutes isn't enough. Fuck this.
Yeah, you get the motivation. Yeah, you get the motivation. Like everybody else is moving. Like it's time for me to move
Well, and
too.
it's emotional. It's nice to see your friends and laugh.
Especially if you're all hungover
helps.
together.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can
Getting
talk about what
hungover is a
happened.
team sport in itself.
Yes, it is.
Ariba, what do you have for your nomination?
My next one goes quite against what was just said by Eric. It says in all caps, low key fresh air, and then it says no hiking, running, etc. So my thing is
fresh air.
low key fresh air. Got to be outside.
Stand outside.
Stand outside. Find your most low maintenance friends, and I don't know what acceptable activities would include walking to a greasy breakfast outside. You go for a picnic. You could go for a slow boat ride on calm waters.
Does fresh air
I
also
would
count
not be
like
getting in a
just
boat.
popping your window open and just letting breeze come in?
Vomiting out your window, yes, if you need to.
Vomiting out your window?
Don't do that.
Don't-
But,
Your neighbors, your downstairs neighbors would be really
you
mad.
have to go outside because it's also the getting clothes on and putting on some shoes and actually going out into the world, maybe smiling at old people leaving church. It's nice to be out there in the world.
It is. Get out there.
Fresh air
you
is
know,
important.
You're not a slug. You're alive. You made it.
You're not a slug.
Yeah.
Hashtag
here
you're not a
for-
slug.
Aren't.
There's suggested hashtags.
It's
Yeah.
gonna hurt for the first 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. You have to
it's
get.
so
You have
nice.
to kind of push through.
Sometimes
the pain.
more.
Sunglasses.
Yeah.
Make
I
sure
was
you
gonna
have
say
sunglasses.
sunglasses
Yeah.
go with the Advil pretty well.
Yes.
Well, you're gonna need some fresh air and sunglasses because you're doing the walk of shame. You want to hide the shame behind some sunglasses. You don't want people to stare into your eyes and be like, "Look at that guy walking home, bags under his eyes."
He looks like shit. How old is he? Like 26? He's still doing. It's Thursday. Why is he still doing this?
Thursday. It's Thursday at 2 p.m. What is he doing? All right, that's the end of round 2. We're into our final round over here. Round three.
That's right.
Guys, that's so funny. I was gonna do. I wrote sexy sex, which is
One of your nominations was sexy sex.
It's not going to be sexy sex.
It's
mine was
sexy
just not
sex.
sexy sex. Just regular.
Yeah, just regular.
Just regular.
Regular
yeah,
sex.
Okay.
Regular old hungover sex. Vanilla hungover.
All right, I'm gonna go with. We talked a lot about sweating. We talked a lot about sweating.
We did.
So I was gonna nominate a
It's key.
sweat one, but I'm gonna switch it up a bit and nominate one of my favorite liquids of all time, coffee. I like coffee. Although water helps you obviously hydrate and stuff, but coffee I'm a coffee drinker. I just need that to wake up in general, and going back to something familiar that's supposed to wake you up anyways, it helps.
I disrespectfully disagree.
I think there has not been one nomination where someone has not respectively disagreed with me.
This is a personal. I have always hated coffee,
Uh-huh.
and so if I'm hungover with friends and someone brings a coffee, it makes my hangover 10 times worse because I have to smell it, be around it. Someone's gonna breathe coffee breath on me. But I respectfully disagree. I changed my.
I feel you on the coffee thing. Like I have to have coffee every day because I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
And otherwise I hurt. And I'll hurt even more from a hangover and then not having coffee, so it does actually help, but only once I've passed the first threshold. You know what I mean? You know how when you're hungover, there's like, okay, you're in the especially if you have a bad one, you're in the first zone, which is absolutely just you're the worst human in the world. You're not a good person, and you can't get up, and you're done. You're knocked out. But then once you get to the second zone, you're up, you're moving. Maybe you had some food. Maybe you've had enough water now and you're kind of feeling a little better. I can have some coffee. I got to wait a bit though, more than I normally do. I can't have coffee right away. Like normally when I wake up every day, I have coffee right away. Pour it the first thing, make the coffee.
You know
Not
what?
so
I feel like if you
much.
pass out at say a house party or something where everyone's passed out, and like the guy who wakes up and is like, "Does anybody want coffee?" There's always that one guy who's like just a bro to everyone.
He's a good guy.
He's a great guy.
Love that guy.
And everyone's like, "Me, make like 40 cups of coffee, please. Use the good beans. Just check the cupboard. The good beans are in there."
I feel like Gucci is that guy.
Yeah.
Gucci is that guy.
Our
It's like,
friend-
who wants
Oh yeah,
coffee?
Gucci.
Yeah. So that's what I'll
don't know
say
anybody.
is treat yourself. Is get the good beans going. Johnny.
Which one? Because all of my top ones, I got to pick from the B team now. This
you
is a
stole
tough
one
one.
of my good ones too.
Yeah, true. Okay, I am gonna say this one is gonna be a response to the greasy breakfast one. I'm gonna say fruits and veggies and things like that.
You gonna go ahead and
That-
steal it, my man?
There's so many high fives going on in this
Yeah.
podcast. I love it.
So yeah, like a good breakfast. Like oats, fruits, friggin' oatmeal, bananas, oranges to stave off the scurvy, fucking vitamin C. You need the vitamins. That's what's gonna get you back. You
Gotta
know
get
what I
them
mean?
electrolytes. You know what I'm saying?
Potassium.
Yeah, pretty much bananas and oranges are like your fucking best friend when you're
The
hungover
juicy
as
fruits.
shit.
You need the oranges.
Juicy, yeah.
Now, would you be able to just
Blackberries.
eat a juicy
Yes.
fruit gum?
You got a little
No,
container.
no.
no.
If I just like, hey man, pass me some juicy fruit, that wouldn't do the trick,
so
eh?
much.
So does this mean that you all have your lives so together that you just keep all of these oats and fruits in your house at all times?
I have like the Quaker oatmeal packets, which
Oh yeah, okay. Maple brown sugar.
I'm a peaches and cream man.
Oh.
I try to have bananas. Like if I don't have,
Yeah,
I
I
try
tr-
to
yeah,
have bananas in my
Bananas,
house
yeah.
at all times.
I'm a banana man myself.
Go for the banana. It's
Okay.
easy. It's cheap. It's you
Yeah,
can't go wrong.
bananas.
You can't afford banana. Everybody can afford bananas. Everybody can eat them. I mean, maybe there's some people who are intolerant, but I'm sorry.
We're shaming you.
Laura doesn't like
But I'm
bananas at
sorry.
all. She's
If you don't like
super
them,
against
there
bananas.
are
So-
some other options out there for you if you're gonna be picky. You can spend a little more on some nicer fruits.
Yeah.
But bananas are great. They're not juicy enough though.
No,
No.
you
Want some
like
watermelon,
a mango.
mango,
Mm.
papaya.
Papaya.
It's weird, yeah. No, all that shit is. It's like the older you get, the more you get stoked about really good like fruits and veg. Like when you're a kid, you're just like, no, I don't want to eat
Yeah.
fucking bananas. Mom, put this in my lunch. That's what kids sound like.
That's what kids
But
sound
then
like.
you're older and you're just like, yo,
Terrifying.
where the bananas at, bruh? Why did you not pick
Yo,
up bananas?
ma, why didn't you pick up some bananas? They're on sale, ma.
You still live with your mother. That's great.
That's how I talk to my
Hey,
mom.
Ma.
That's how I talk to my mom all the time.
Hey, ma!
The bananas, ma.
I'm hungover as shit.
You're gonna have to peel them for me because I'm too hungover. Eric, what do you have as your final nomination?
Oh, this is my final one. Eh?
Final nomination.
I gotta say some of my other ones before I hit my final one.
This is your final one.
Maybe I'll do my own top
Your
5.
personal list
Yeah,
will happen.
personal.
Yeah, we hit the rest of it after.
All right. I think my final one is gonna have to be. I think music is my final one. There are a few albums I have that are like my Hangover album. You know. Like,
Okay.
It's gonna make me feel a little better, at least in my mind. Like at least mentally feel better. You know, like get you in a better mood. You're in a better mood. You're more likely to kind of
True.
get yourself going. Like I'm more likely to make breakfast if I'm hungover and I have like a good album playing or something. Or
So what's the album that you use
This-
specifically?
What's your hangover album?
there's a band called Hop Along, and their first album, I think it's called Hop Along. Pretty sure it's self-titled. No, Get Disowned. Get Disowned is great for hangovers. A lot of people probably won't like it because she's got a weird voice. But
Great album, terrible advice.
yeah, don't listen to my music taste is not important. Whatever you like to listen to.
No, I just mean getting disowned. Don't get disowned.
Don't get disowned. You might have been disowned. But it's a great hangover album. And I feel like any like kind of more, got some slow jams on there, some kind of just gritty guitar or something. That's gonna help you a bit more than, hip hop or. That's great for when you're getting drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, there's something else too,
hype
is
up
that you
music.
can have different albums or playlists for your levels of hungover.
Absolutely.
Like if I'm going out for my low-key fresh air walk and I'm having a bad, you just put on Adele, and just maybe cry a little,
Yeah.
walk on the sidewalk.
that's like-
but
yeah.
then if I'm feeling a little better, it can be something else.
There
Yeah, you don't want to start your morning with like party rock 'em in the house.
No, and then you just get flashbacks from the night before. Nobody needs that in their lives.
Yeah.
Remember that 7th Jaeger bomb?
No. And then it's like,
It's not the time.
that happened. Fuck. Great. I like it. So let's say music.
music
like
is
slow
general.
jams, but like
Well,
music.
music in
music.
general.
Whatever you fancy.
Yeah, but just remember that it's not as easy as just putting some music on.
Yeah.
It's funny when you mention party rocking, because like that time period just makes, because we were in university and it's like, oh, remember that 7th Jaeger bomb at that Titan Bright party last night?
Oh my god. That's like, yeah, it's funny. It just the idea of going to a club and doing that shit again is terrible.
What's your hangover album, Tongue? Do you have one now that you think about it?
I don't usually listen to music when I'm hungover.
No?
No, maybe
Give it a try.
podcasts.
Give it a try.
I
Yeah,
do a
you
lot of
should give it a
podcasts.
shot.
I just listen to this podcast. Yeah,
I
listen to
probably-
myself because I'm so in love with myself.
Disgusting.
No, but I do listen to podcasts. But
I don't mind, watching something. It's easy to watch TV or listen. Like I don't have TV. I have like Netflix and
Yeah.
it's easy to like listen to podcasts, watch TV. That might be a good
A
like,
comedy
music
special,
too.
something
Comedy
to
special.
Yeah.
yeah.
Get your
Reba,
mind off it.
final nomination.
My last nomination, it's more of an emotional one, kind of like music. I'm glad we're off of the food and drink. I stumbled upon this one by accident many years ago. It is getting a haircut. So I know
love
I
it.
sound crazy. I had a haircut scheduled for early one Saturday morning. I don't know who was in charge there. And then the night before, I went out and had a night. And I was regretting this choice so much. And I got out of bed and got myself there. And as soon as it started, I realized it was the best thing that could have happened. You get a scalp massage and they wash your hair. So you get this, it's soothing, you get kind of be close to somebody, you don't have to talk to them. And then I didn't have to feel bad that I wasn't going to wash my own hair that day. Somebody else did it for me, which was really nice.
So is it the washing the hair part
It's just
that's
the
relaxing?
well, I know also a haircut for a girl is a much more involved process than it is for you guys probably.
You haven't seen my haircuts.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying. So it's a whole thing. You treating yourself, I guess, could be the more general thing. Go out, do something nice for yourself. But it's relaxing. It's nice.
I'm super
great.
super on board with that. It's
Yeah.
like haircut specifically, like especially like you're getting like a scalp massage, because if your head's like killing you, you're just
It's
like
great.
okay, and yeah, you don't have to talk.
Yeah.
You're just there, and someone's just like taking care of your head.
So since that happened, I've gone out twice to actually. I have woken up hungover and thought to myself, I'm gonna go get a walk-in haircut. It's
Go get a
looking a little long.
haircut.
It's been a while, so I've actually
Nice.
done that. It's if you have not experienced it, you should.
Nice.
It's great.
And if they're like, "How would you like it done today?" You're like, "Oh, can you just put more shampoo in my hair and just keep
Going.
rubbing
Can I
it.
pay you by the hour?
No, can you just wash it? I don't
You can
care.
wash it all day.
That hair washing sink, that special sink they have, is
Yeah.
quite.
If you go to a
relaxing,
nice
too.
place, there's a pillow for your neck.
Yup.
It's just,
Well-
I feel like a massage, anything in that arena.
Little do you know,
get
I have one of
pampered.
those sinks right in the back.
I'm not letting you do that to me.
Okay.
Hard, no.
All right, we have our list of 12. We'll be back in a little bit. We're going to take a little bit of a break.
Top five, top five, top five.
All right, and we are back. We have a list of 12 items that we nominated. None of us have nominated sleep, which I find pretty interesting. Nobody sleeps it off.
Who needs it?
Who needs sleep when you have all these awesome hangover cures? So what we have over here is number 1, breakfast. 2, water. 3, Advil. Number 4, leftover drunk food, preferably warmed up.
In the oven.
In the oven,
oven.
specifically,
Thank you.
not microwave. Number 5, beer. Number 6, sex.
I do believe,
Sex.
Tongue, that it was intercourse.
I said intercourse so that you wouldn't creepily say sex.
What if I
Can-
said sexy sex?
Coitus.
Sex.
Intercourse. Number 7, exercise, specifically cardio. We're gonna say cardio.
But possibly sexercise.
But yeah. Number 8, fresh air. Number 9, coffee. Number 10, fruits and veggies. Number 11, music, whatever your jam is. And number 12, getting that fresh haircut. All right, guys, what do you think belongs on this top 5 list? I'll go first. I think we need water on this list, right? Does water make sense for this top 5
Well,
list?
I obviously would say so because I was in my nomination, but I'm biased.
Can we agree on that? Or is this like already too controversial?
No, I agree. Water is, you need to be hydrated. However you can get that water into you, like, it's hard. Water doesn't taste very good when you're hungover. You don't want it.
But it works.
Are you crazy? Water tastes awesome when
Hey,
you're
it
It does,
hungover.
but it's hard to get enough into you that you
See,
need. You know, you
Hey,
need
that Ottawa
so,
water?
So
that
if
Centertown
we're-
water.
That Centertown
It's
water?
all cloudy for like a minute.
lead pipes.
Where
Yeah, but that's extra nutrition.
that thing? I live blocks from here.
Yeah, maybe it's just the suburban.
Hey, don't worry about it. You're gonna be fine.
Here's
You're
my
gonna
shocked
be fine.
face.
Yeah, water. You know, bubbly water, whatever kind of water.
Oh,
you
ooh,
want bubbly water.
No,
I'm with you, Reebs. I fucking hate bubble
Yeah,
water.
sparkling water.
You guys
Unless
are.
it's highly
whatever.
sucralose.
That's why it's not on the
I
list.
know,
outta
there's
here.
a lot of people out there nodding their heads right now with me in that bubbly water.
Like, yeah.
You tell
dude.
them.
Yeah.
You shut them down. I don't care if
Bubbly
there's 3
water.
of them telling you no.
Unless
bubbly
it's
water.
tonic water and it's
You're
mixed with gin, then I don't want bubbly
Hey.
water.
It's
Hey,
just tonic water.
mixed with gin, I
Mixed
said.
with gin. Yeah, okay. But even so, you don't want that.
Gin and
No.
water?
You don't want that.
Oh, gin
no,
tonic.
Anything else you guys feel strongly that belongs on what we feel strongly about?
I know for a fact that some kind of exercise will help your hangover.
I agree.
Yes.
Maybe we should pick one of the exercises.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or could we? And then I guess if we pick an outdoor exercise, then I would be okay with losing fresh air because those are kind of together, you know.
Well, cardio might be the one, like exercise cardio, because that could be indoors, that could be outdoors.
Well, we could talk an exercise like a sport with your friends.
Mm-hmm,
And
that works
kind of
too.
Everything under one umbrella.
But it's not as fun as sex. Intercourse.
Honestly,
Well, intercoitus is its own thing, Tongue.
Intercoitus.
But that one's kind of, it's not fair because we said masturbation isn't allowed. And not everyone has access to that in the morning when they're hungover.
yeah, but they're the unlucky
is-
One
this
of us
is
said
a-
that masturbation isn't allowed.
I thought we all agreed with that.
But see, like,
I just feel this should be an accessible thing to
I
everyone,
wouldn't,
and that's not always accessible.
I wouldn't lump in sex with exercise because like sex also has that added sometimes that like emotional
Gross.
part of it, and that is also
disgusting.
that can,
Do you have feelings during sex?
and I'm saying that can also be energy consuming and like draining, and that will add to like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's more than the sum of its parts.
Well, and it can also not be exercise.
That is also true.
Sometimes
True.
it's
Very
one-sided
much.
exercise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Depends on what you're doing.
Depends on how hungover you are.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's. Is there any other ones that we feel that belong on here?
There's 3 food ones on here.
Yeah, we got to get a food.
I
But-
love fruits and veggies.
Yeah.
Personally,
If
I
you
think
get-
that's a great nomination.
Would
Yeah.
you
You
do
can get
that
behind
over
that.
your greasy breakfast?
You know, it's because we didn't say
Yeah.
Gatorade. and electrolytes is such a thing.
Why didn't we say Gatorade?
Nobody's
I'm going to tell you why I didn't say Gatorade.
Okay.
Because I used to be all about the Gatorade.
Yeah?
But lately, every time I go for the Gatorade in the morning, I'm just like, I don't know. I've had too much, maybe. I've had too much Gatorade when I'm not feeling good.
Yeah, change up
And
the flavor, buddy.
And
Is
now
there-
I only want it after I've had, a run or something like that.
Is there a better way to get electrolytes that isn't really sugary?
Well, bananas.
Oh,
and,
fruits and
Fruit, yeah.
veggies. Oh,
Yeah.
fruits, mostly fruits.
Lately, I've been going about, kombucha. I'm on that kombucha
fucking right.
train.
Hells yeah.
That's a dark horse one we can maybe throw in there.
I like
It's
that.
too late for that.
I
too
know
late.
it's too late, but just for off the record, off the books.
Off the books.
Fine.
Kombucha's tight.
This list brought
It's
to you
got
by
a little-
kombucha.
I think it's got a little. Watch you. I think that it's got a little bit of caffeine in it too, because of the tea.
I know nothing about kombucha.
It's like fermented tea.
I know it's a funny sounding word.
It's got a little bit of
Hipster nonsense.
It is hipster nonsense. It's got a little bit of alcohol.
Oh,
It's got a
okay.
little bit of caffeine.
All of a sudden, she's
So
like, okay,
It's
cool.
fizzy, and I know you guys aren't necessarily about fizzy stuff or whatever.
Just not fizzy water.
Just fizzy. I love fizzy stuff. Just not fizzy
Give me
water.
an ice cold
Yeah,
Coke
I
in
like
the morning.
fizzy acid.
So
I
as long
like
as there's
fizzy
some syrup in it, it's okay.
I said load it up with
Maybe.
sucralose and I'm good.
Let's say fruits and veggies. Yeah.
You know, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
down.
You guys down for that?
Yeah.
Looking down this list, anything else you feel? And this is not the official list. This is just stuff that we can pull that we're like, yeah, I feel like we can make an argument over these things.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm putting intercourse here just because we talked about it for a little bit, and I'm putting.
I think you really just want to have intercourse.
God, that's what I'm doing with myself after this episode.
Because the hair, because the
thought we
hair of
said-
the dog was so polarizing, can we maybe get rid of that one?
Which one?
The hair of the dog, beer, alcohol.
Hair of the
Or
dog
are we
is
sticking
one
by it?
that a lot of people would be really not inclined to use.
Well, and even we said that if you're not having the right kind of hangover, it's just gonna make your day worse.
Well, it's also depending on, because Eric is right. I mean, if you wake up hungover and you immediately go reach for a sip of alcohol, you look that up on
It's
the
a
internet,
problem.
you have a problem.
Yeah, I'm-
And some people
as
are
a
more
doctor,
willing to like
it's-
deal with. Some people are more willing to deal with that and like speak about it like lightheartedly, and some people are like, "No, I'm not going to do that. What are you, crazy?"
yeah.
Yeah, I only really nominated it for just the reaction it would get at the table.
No,
So-
I also
No, it's-
nominated
Yeah.
for 'cause the
We've all
fact that
done
I-
it, Tongue. It's
Oh, we've
okay.
all
Don't
been
be
there,
ashamed.
Right,
But
yeah.
maybe not for the. I'm just saying.
I could rule it out. Yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Can we agree?
Yeah, well, we're talking about the ones that belong here. That's why I didn't even
But
bring
I mean,
it up
it's
in the
a process
first
of
place.
elimination.
No.
Sorry.
Are you guys really? Is no one gonna fight with me on? I like. You don't like greasy food. You don't
You know
like
what?
breakfast.
You know what? Because a whole lot of people do,
Yeah.
I don't think that should be ruled out.
I'm just gonna put it on the temp. The
I
temp
think it could
list.
be on the 10th.
I'll fight you on it. I'll have a good discussion.
Yeah,
with you
we
on
will discuss it.
We'll discuss
But
it. I'm not gonna
You
go
can
to.
put it on the template.
I'm just a big fan of water. That's
cry.
the only thing that I'm like. Yeah, that's the thing.
Well, it is the ultimate. Dehydration is the number one reason why you're
Yes.
hungover.
Absolutely.
That's why I sleep in an aquarium.
We have a captain doctor in the room, and he's taking up. You're the voice of reason on all these.
WebMD.
Did we
got
put
nothing on me?
did we put exercise on this temporary list?
Yes, we
Yes.
have.
So
we
we're
have.
now at 5 items.
We're at 5.
I will fight for a haircut until the day that I die.
You're gonna
It's-
fight for
it's
haircut?
so-
The problem is I've never had a haircut hungover.
I just
and
okay, but
What if you don't
if it
have
doesn't
hair?
get on the list, then can at least you commit to me that you will do it in the next 6 months and tell me how it was.
100%.
If any of our listeners, next time you get a hangover, get a haircut and then write in, and then let us know how that went.
Make sure they wash your hair.
That's like I feel that's the key part of it.
Yeah.
is
Yes,
just
it's the scalp massage. Because I don't know
yeah.
if do they always wash your hair, boys?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
just
they
Yeah.
usually wash my hair.
I know sometimes they just spray you with a
Norm-
bad cat bottle. That is-
Depends where you go. Yeah.
in my
Go somewhere
experience,
good,
in
somewhere
my
nice.
experience, they spray you with the bad cat bottle. But one time, I went to a woman's salon because it was there, and I was like, I'm gonna get a haircut. I don't care. I got kind of long
And
hair, and then
you
they gave
lived
me the
your
whole
best
thing, and
life.
I was like, oh my god.
Imagine if you'd have been hungover.
Right?
Yeah, but then I gotta get there. Then I gotta
Get
get.
your fresh air.
That's true.
You live in Centertown. You can get there.
Segue.
Fresh air is kind of cool. I like that. But you know what? I really like music. To be honest, I think that's an interesting pick.
Obviously, I'm a fan. It would.
I like to diversify our list.
I think it would be in my personal top 5. So
Yeah.
All right. I will allow it.
Allowed.
what do we rule? Are we trying to rule out something? Like,
I think
what's-
we're just
then-
reapproving all of
okay, look at
I have just a bunch of check marks.
Next thing you know, the temp list is all 12.
It's just 50 more. It's just now it's 30 things.
This is the top 12
All right.
list. Yeah.
Well, how about we fight? Let's decide right now on one of our top.
Well, here, let me read you what I have here. Okay. We have a list of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes. That's what I have so far.
And look over the. Okay, I'm going to read you what we have, and then after, if you guys feel like there should be some that should belong, then we'll talk about it. We have water, cardio, exercise, fruits and veggies, intercourse, greasy breakfast, and music. Is there any from the last on this list that we're like, yeah, that should probably be on the list? I can let coffee go for breakfast. Because I would probably get a
You
coffee
can
with
lump
my
it
breakfast.
in.
Yeah,
it's
I can.
a personal choice.
I would put that. Those would be.
I can
two.
let coffee go altogether.
You know what? I'm going to one up for one of Reeves. I say fresh air is a really, really important one.
Sure.
Thank you.
All right. So we have a list of 7. What can we let go? We have water, exercise, fruits and veggies, intercourse, greasy breakfast, music, and fresh air.
Well, you know that me and Eric here are going to fight against greasy breakfast.
It's true. You guys would fight that.
Yeah, the thing about greasy breakfast is, in my experience, the act of going out to the breakfast place and getting things and doing things does more for you than the actual breakfast itself. And in fact, you are maybe inclined to feel worse after that breakfast.
Yeah,
especially
I
depending on
do.
where you go.
I always do.
I often do. And there is a risk, if you can't stomach anything, if you're at that point where, oh man, I need to eat something, or I'm not gonna make it through the day, or whatever, and you can't stomach anything, maybe greasy breakfast is the only thing you can go for. But is it really gonna make you feel better?
No.
Compared to fruit?
Well, let's keep in mind that having
I
a
don't think
greasy
so.
breakfast is trying to fix a hangover by doing something that's objectively bad and unhealthy for you. You know what I mean?
I mean, so is taking an Advil, and so is...
That's why Advil's not on the list.
Yeah, but Advil and beer isn't on the final list. So.
You're right.
That's
Greasy
true.
breakfast is really the only thing on this list that's bad.
am willing to let it go. Although I will say, someone can make you that's why Mom! Breakfast!
Okay, if someone makes... I'm not making it myself, though.
Okay, dear.
I'm not
Well,
slaving
no.
over a hot stove with my hangover
That-
sweats. I'm not doing that.
I mean, if I'm gonna get a greasy breakfast, I'm hungover, I want to go to a
Going
diner.
out.
Oh,
Not
well,
Rockin' Johnny's particularly,
Hey.
because their home fries are dry, bro.
my
Fries
mom's
are
gonna make you
bush.
a. My mom's gonna
Rock
make you a
Johnny's
great
home fries are
breakfast.
Where's Rockin' Johnny's?
Put that right out there.
It's everywhere.
I'm sorry, Rockin' Johnny's, but
I've
you
never
gotta
heard
work
of
on
Rockin'
that.
Johnny's.
Yeah.
What is
Work on that.
What's that?
Home fries are so important to the greasy breakfast.
Man,
You
there's
should write a
bush.
letter.
I'm willing to let greasy breakfast go. We have to let go of one more. I have to say, I want to let go of either exercise or intercourse because they're kind of, to me, like they're similar enough.
They serve way too similar of a purpose.
Yeah, and the rest of the list is so like I like where it's at.
Diversified.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Well, here's the thing.
What do you think?
Sex, exercise, and fresh air are all things that can be happening at the same time.
At the same time, you can have sex outdoors.
It's true, you can. I've seen many videos of it.
Yeah,
That's a different podcast.
that's that. Save it for the video podcast.
But I think we can whittle it down between the three of them. We can choose one. But on the other hand, fresh air. I agree with you. Maybe you're not feeling like running.
But you just want that brisk
Just a
wind.
walk.
You get out there and the wind's in your hair. But what if it's a cold winter day,
Yeah.
and it's freezing out there, and it's gonna hurt
Oh.
to walk out. You're gonna hurt your face.
There are very few days where it would be off the table for
That's
me.
why you get an oxygen bar.
Sometimes you get bundled up real nice and you go outside.
You just go out anyway.
There are very few days that it would be too cold to enjoy a little walk.
Yeah.
Well, even if it's something you can't do every day, it's the same type of dealio with intercourse. It's not like it's always available.
I don't know
to
what
you.
you're talking about.
I don't know. I
Reeves in the
kind of
house.
want fresh air to stay, but
Yeah,
I also do.
I wouldn't be upset if fresh air stayed.
so it's between exercise and intercourse, I think, because I kind of like music. I like fruits and veggies, and I like water
Can we objectively look at it? Which one makes you feel better?
for the hangover specifically.
For the hangover.
Yes. I don't know. I think everyone can go out and do some exercise, but
This
if
is
you don't,
assuming you've had sex.
yeah. But what if you don't have a sexual partner, to wake up and have sex
This
with?
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's a harder to accomplish.
Just because some of y'all can't do it on the reg, I don't think it shouldn't be on the list.
I agree. Like
I'm feeling
you should
really
make
targeted
it
right
You should
now.
make it a goal of yours to make this
I'm not
particular
getting
thing.
up hungover and going out and trying to find.
No. I'm just saying, like,
trying to
I
get
just-
laid.
Like
Go back to the bar.
Increase my Tinder radius. I don't have the time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go like. You don't want to go to a bar and be like, oh, I guess I'll pick you because I need to like.
I'm hungover. I need
I'm
to
gonna
get
be
over
hungover
this.
tomorrow for
Go
sure.
through the
So I need
numbers
to.
you got last night. Like, wow, let's see what's happening.
Let's have some morning intercourse.
Yeah.
well,
well, now you're making it sound really bad. for sure. So yeah.
I'd rather cardio. It's more encompassing.
Okay, but
but cardio's
like we
not
said,
edgy.
the best thing is going out with your friends, playing some sports.
Sure.
Maybe go snowboarding, maybe go biking with your friends. You could go biking alone. That's all right.
Yeah. I like to bike alone.
Biking alone is a lot more fun than running alone. Running is not fun.
No, running
Anyone who
sucks.
tells you running is fun is very, very strange.
Yeah. No, it hurts your feeties after.
It hurts your knees,
It
hurts your
does.
feet, it hurts everything.
Yeah.
You guys
It's
are
not
a
good
mess.
for you.
I don't know how to ride a bike, so I can't weigh in on this.
You don't know how to
but-
ride a... Okay.
What the fuck? Sorry.
Top 5 things you should be able to do as an adult. I'm kid.
Wow.
I kid.
That's
no.
funny because intercourse is also on that list.
Oh.
Said bike, guys.
It's between the two, and I think the exercise is.
If it's gonna be a 3-1 on exercise, then it's gonna be exercise. My vote's still going for intercourse.
Well, your vote has been heard, and we know that you like sex. So.
We get it.
Yeah.
we get it.
Oh.
You sex.
Oh, Johnny, stop rubbing your nipples, please.
This guy fucked.
I'm with Johnny on this one because I just think it's better for your hangover. It's easier if you're
You
there
don't have
with
to
a,
leave your
with a
bed.
partner
Yeah.
already. You don't have to leave your bed.
I'm saying some people can't. The hangover's so bad that you can't muster the thrusting capacity.
But then you
know,
can
I
go for a
know.
walk and get your fresh air. I could get rid of exercise. Not even against anything else, just in life in general. Let's just get rid of it.
We just converted.
I think we just convert. I think we're 3-1 the other way now.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't realize this would happen. It's okay. All right. So, sex. Congratulations, sexy sex. You're the winner of this entire.
Can we stop with sexy sex?
Yeah, let's
I'm switching sides back if it's sexy sex.
I mean, that's usually what I say at the bar when I come back to my place and have some sex.
Come back to my place for some of my sexy sex.
It's gonna be super sexy. All right. Okay. So, exercise. I fought hard for you.
Look, why do we have to take it off? Why can't we take something else off?
Okay. Goodbye, music.
Good.
Why? Whoa.
Whoa.
You're gonna take off water or fruits and veggies, or
I just think water is so basic that I guess that's so basic it has to be.
Who's
here.
coming here thinking, I gotta get some good Hangover Cures ideas. I've never heard of water.
Well, that's why I didn't say water. Or
just because it's
Gatorade.
obvious doesn't mean it's like it can't be on the list.
Nobody's ever told me that water is good for your hangover.
You know
He's
we.
getting really sassy after his
Yeah.
Just because someone wants to take music off.
Yeah.
It's funny too because exercise was his
Yes,
too.
exercise is yours.
Yeah, but
We could take off water with the disclaimer that water
I just
is the
want this
greatest of
podcast
all
to
of
be
the
heated.
things.
Well, there's also
No,
a lot of water.
this
in
list
fruits and
isn't
vegetables.
presented by water.
That's
This,
true.
Yeah. Well, it's
We're
different.
not sponsored
It's
by
different.
Evian.
No, this list is sponsored by kombucha. Rudy said.
Sponsored by Trojan condoms.
Yeah, and that too. Why don't we just take? Let's make this easy. Take off exercise. We have our top 5, or we have a list of 5. Now we can whittle it down.
because we want 3.
No,
right?
it's-
No, we want.
No, we want to rank and order our top 5.
Oh, we gotta rank them.
We got to
Top five,
rank
top
them
five.
now. Top 5, top 5, top 5. So what we have here is we have water, fruits and veggies, intercourse, music, and fresh air. Is there anyone that's obvious that
know.
should be at the top compared to the
I'm
bottom?
gonna say water for the dummies.
I would say water is 1.
I would say water is probably 1 and 2 fruits and veggies.
Dude, yeah.
Even fruits and veggies first. I don't know. I don't really care. I think water and fruits and veggies are our top 2.
Watermelon, is gonna go a long way for you.
Are you looking at me specifically?
Yes.
I'm allergic.
You're allergic
No,
to
no,
water?
I'm kidding.
How'd I get it?
With all due respect to music, because I think it's a great one, can we put it at 5? It's
Yes.
on the list, but it is also a sort of a fringe one.
Yeah,
It
it's
is,
kind
yeah.
of it enhances what else you might be doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your
I
exercise
like
or
it.
your cooking or whatever.
Can we put okay, so between intercourse and fresh air.
Tongue,
Sorry.
you can say sex as long as you don't say sexy sex.
Wait, what's wrong with that? I just don't get it. I just don't understand. I was taught like that in high school. I mean,
Can I make an
Health class.
argument?
That's
Can I
what they
make-
said it was called.
you gotta use the.
What's up, Reeves? What up?
Can I make an argument for fresh air above fruit and vegetables?
It won't work, but
Why?
I don't know if it won't work. Like it might.
I think that I
Okay.
would get some water and then I would get some fresh air and then you can have a little bit
I
of.
fucks with you, Reeves. I like that.
See,
he fucks with
Johnny
me.
fucks with me.
I don't know. Like yeah.
You don't fuck with me.
I guess just in the order of things, oftentimes it's hard for me to get like I'm in an apartment. I don't know about you guys. Like I'm way
Yes.
up there.
With a
It's
balcony.
a bit of a mission to get. I guess I can go on the balcony, but I find myself going for like a little piece of fruit or something, like a banana.
I mean, this
little
isn't
piece of
also an
banana.
itinerary of your day
Yeah.
in the order it has to happen. This is
But
kind
in order of like what's gonna make you feel better, I've had days hungover, and all I was supposed to do is do laundry the next day, and like that's
too
turning into a
much.
challenge, and like a banana might help more for you to do that than to go outside.
I like the taste of fruit.
Oh,
Like you bite into that and you're like you feel refreshed, like fresh air.
of that was graphic. He did a very strange. Yeah, you can hear it.
She did a
This is
facial
any-
response to that.
This is an apple.
Don't stop.
Yeah, okay, you can't see
You
it.
can hear your jaw. moving.
Yeah, I know. I
Okay,
don't know.
okay, I tried. You know what?
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't agree with that. I'm
You're
just
saying
giving
you don't.
just devil's advocate.
Just saying.
Can we agree water is probably number one? I would
Yes,
assume.
I
Yes.
think
I would say.
That's
Yeah.
the consensus.
And then we have music at number 5, and then we got to pick the middle 3.
With the argument that music is 5 because it's kind of optional and a fringe thing, can intercourse then be 4? Because it's kind of a bonus
Yeah,
activity.
I'm down with that.
I'm down with that.
So really, then it's just back to fresh air and
versus
fruits.
Fruit.
I'll take
Fresh
fruit over
air.
fresh air.
Yeah, fruit over fresh air. I don't know. It's hard, man. It's tough, but I could go for fresh air. You see, like fresh air is another thing though. I find like music, fresh air. Those are things that are I don't know if they're actually like physically altering your body. Like they're
Fresh
changing
air, I
your
think.
mindset, right? And with the fruit, it's the vitamins like we were talking about.
They objectively change your body chemistry for the
Well, I
better.
think fresh air is
Fresh air does
It's a little
too.
more physiological than music.
It is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But obviously not so much those things that you're putting into your body. But also, what if you wake up and you have a day that you can drink water and you want to, but your stomach you can't even fathom a piece of fruit just yet?
Been
You could
there.
step outside.
Yeah, you're right.
Or you could have a banana.
If I'm at the point where I can't fathom putting something like eating a piece of fruit,
Then
then
you can't go outside.
I'm not going outside. Like
You
I'm,
can't even hang your head out the window. like
I'm
a
lying on the
dog.
couch or I'm in my bed. Like either or, right?
But when you think about it, do you think you would want to be outside a little bit? You don't want to get there. But you get
Yeah,
some
of
fresh air.
course.
You probably open
Nice-
a window, get some cool fresh
I'm gonna
breeze.
definitely.
Hey,
open
it's
a
not always
window.
going to be a cool
Yeah.
fresh breeze, though. What if it's like a really hot, steamy day? Or what if it's just like raining outside and you're like, I'm not going to go out in that shit?
Oh, the rain feels really good.
Rain does feel good. Sorry, let me go back to the hot, steamy day.
Or the snowy cold day.
or the snowy, cold day. I don't know.
We're in Canada.
You know.
Fruit is always going to be fruit.
Yeah.
Weather outside is going to be whatever it's going to be the day
gonna
after
be
you
weather.
get hungover.
While you were speaking about this, I had some soul searching of my own, and I'm sorry, Reeps, but I turned over to Team Fruits and Veg for number 2.
But I got on Team Coitus for you. Johnny,
All right.
betrayal.
Guys, we have our final list.
Fine.
So at number 5, we have music. At number 4, we have intercourse. Number 3, we have, I didn't say it. Number 3, we have, what did we have here?
Fresh air.
Fresh air. Yeah. Number 2, we have fruits and veggies. And number 1, we have water. Who would have thunk it? Am I
Water.
right?
Who would have thought?
Can't believe it.
H2O.
Can't
the real
believe
MVP.
it. All right.
Love this stuff though.
At the very end
Some
of the
high-quality
episode, we
H2O.
like to talk about our personal list. So we'll just, it doesn't have to be a thing. You don't have to get into it too detailed. Just list off your list and we'll go from there. So for me, I wrote water, coffee, greasy big man's breakfast. I wrote get your sweat on, sexy sex. I wrote sauna. I wrote Tylenol.
You wrote get your sweat on and sauna?
You wrote
No, get your
sauna?
sweat on.
Oh,
Hyphen sexy sex.
okay.
that's all one thing.
Yeah.
all one.
Sauna, Tylenol. Although after you told me what Tylenol does, it's Advil. Gatorade.
Double check that one, but I'm pretty sure.
And
that's
then
the one.
in all caps is sleep. I think that
Can we
worked.
talk about sauna? That's the last thing I think I'd want to do.
Yeah.
Is anybody else?
That's one of those things where it's something you wouldn't want to do it,
But
but
you'd
I
feel
feel
better
like the
after.
benefits would be really good because it would sweat out all the toxins and shit.
Hundo P.
But yeah, no,
But
that's
laying in there
being
would be-
being hungover is shit. The idea of like sitting in a sauna while hungover is I'd rather fucking jump off the bridge. I don't want.
But the,
I
that
don't
on
know
your
if
list?
I could. I don't know.
jumping off a bridge, yeah.
Number 1, Johnny's list of hangover cures.
You could just kill yourself.
Rip Johnny.
I don't know if I could stomach it, but like I guess I can see it. You know, you want to sweat it out.
you want to, that's what I'm
Sweat it
saying.
out.
You're
Yeah.
sweating out those toxins. You got a bottle of water. Just go in there for like 10 minutes, and it's gonna suck for those 10 minutes. But come out, you're gonna feel like a new person.
If there's a nice big cold saltwater pool right beside, jump in that
Yeah.
afterwards.
We're all going to the spa after this. Johnny, what is your list here?
It's funny because the last one on your list was sleep, and literally the only one on my list that wasn't on the preliminary list was not sleeping in.
Oh. All right.
I was getting up early and like getting started with your day because I find if you like sleep in, especially because drunk sleep does not help you. Drunk sleep is not good sleep. It is
It's
not
terrible.
regenerative sleep. I'm a doctor. That's a word. But yeah, no. When you sleep in, it honestly just gives you like less energy. Like the later you wake up in the day, the more you're just like, well, I'm a piece of shit. There's no way I'm getting anything done today. You know
Well,
what
and
I mean?
that makes it carry over into especially if this is a Saturday night party, a Sunday hangover, and then your sleep is all messed up Sunday night, and then it ruins your work week. It makes it drag on.
Then you're too tired
gotta get
Monday
yourself on a
morning.
good
'cause,
schedule on the
Get the
Sunday.
fuck up in the morning. Like get up at the same time you would get up on a normal day.
Yeah.
I'm against sleeping in general.
Are you pro napping though?
See, this is the key, right? You need the balance. Like if you didn't get enough sleep,
You
that can
need
be
a
bad
nap.
too. Can be bad.
If you didn't get enough sleep, then you wake up and you're still a little bit drunk.
Oh, that's real bad.
That's
But you're
real
right though
bad.
that when
been
you're
there.
sleeping in, the quality of sleep isn't there. But if you get up, have a glass of water, have a banana, do something, have
Maybe
a nap. That's real
quick
good
little
sleep.
nappy
Then you
nap.
can catch up.
Yeah, that is. Well,
The
yeah.
nap.
If you hop on number 4 real quick, a nap after that is
That's right. That's
During, after,
right. So
Whichever.
Maybe
Johnny,
during.
your list was the same, but add no sleep. What was it?
Add getting up early.
Getting up early. Okay, Eric, what is yours?
I guess. Am I listing a top 5 now, or
No, you're just listing whatever you have.
something?
There's no top
whatever
fives.
else
Yeah,
you've
yeah.
written down.
Yeah, I put sunglasses and Advil in particular.
Yeah.
I turned that
Because
into
of the
Advil.
Watch the Throne song.
I put kombucha on there because that's my replacement for Gatorade right now. But anything that's kind of like that drink that you know is going to revive you, whatever that may be, I can get behind that.
Cool.
For you, it's personal choice though. Gatorade, coffee, kombucha. Right now.
Kombucha, whatever.
I think it's definitely a hipstery dumb thing that's probably not good for you or something, but I like it. I think it tastes great.
Cool.
And it makes me feel good too. I had sex on there. I had exercise on there, and music, and pickle juice.
I've heard of that. Have you trialed it?
I have.
Did it do the thing?
It does about the same thing as pickles. And if you're out of pickles, keep the juice. You might need it.
So
That's all I'm
pickles
saying.
are also pickles
Pickles are great, man.
for hangover.
Pickles are.
Pickles are great, even
you
if
don't
it's not a
like-
hangover.
Yeah, if you don't like dill pickles or any sweet pickles or whatever kind of pickles, I mean, sorry, but they're really good. Like, you have they're juicy, number one, so it's like that refreshing kind of feeling. They're salty. They have a lot of vitamins and stuff in them.
Do you know why they're good for a hangover? I don't know. That wasn't me setting up because I know why. I'm saying, do you know why they're good?
I don't know the. I am a doctor, but I don't know the scientific reason for this. But
You
yeah,
specialize in pickle science.
I'm under the impression there is a scientific reason why pickles and pickle juice are good for your hangover.
We're
enough for me.
gonna we're gonna do some scientific research after this episode. Reba, what is your final list?
I had hangover Coke, very specific.
Cocaine?
Yeah, like
Yes, very hardcore. No, and just so I'm not opposed to the fizzy drink, but Coke particularly, and you gotta have the presence of mind the night before. Sometimes I'll go out and get one solitary can of Coke and have it in my fridge if I know that I'm going to need it. It's just no Diet Coke, no other nonsense, just Coke. And my other one was, I was at the bottom of the barrel here. This is when I was getting to the emotional haircut. I had call a family member. So this is for the kind of hangover where you can't get out of bed, but you want to talk to somebody. Sometimes I call my mom. You just pick me up a little bit. It's bonus points if I call my sister with 2 kids under the age of 2, and then I feel so much better when I hang up that I have no responsibilities and no screaming in my house. It's great.
I would never call a family member because they would just say shame.
I don't tell them why. I just say, hey, I'm up early on a Sunday. Just wanted to catch up. I don't tell them what the situation is.
For me,
I do that too. I call them up,
nice.
and I will say, I had a little too much fun last night. Not feeling too good. And they're usually like, I don't know, but they're, they won't give me too much.
But
grief.
then it's just a nice Sunday talk with your family.
Call your mother.
Call your mother.
Hungover or not, call your fucking parents.
That's
exactly.
PSA.
That's true.
Call your mom.
That's true. Mom!
This podcast sponsored by your mom.
I love you, Mom!
Hey, Ma!
Okay, guys. Awesome. So that is our episode, Top 5 Hangover Cures. I'm your host, Tung La, and thanks so much to Johnny McArthur, Eric Moore, and Reba Ollerhead for joining us as the top doctors for this episode.
Yes.
Before we wrap up, does anyone have anything to plug at all for yourself? Is anyone doing anything cool that you're like, oh, I want people to know about this?
Do nothing cool ever. No.
Cool. Eric?
Just be good.
Just be good?
Call your mom.
Cool.
Call your mom.
Johnny?
Take care of yourselves and each other.
Cool.
Oh,
That's
so much
great
better than
plugs. I
ours.
meant like actual if you guys had any cool projects going on.
That's Jerry. Fuck, what's his name?
Seinfeld.
No, the dude on TV with the fucking the really shitty trash TV show. Not Maury, but
Springer.
Springer. Jerry
He says
Springer.
that? What does he say?
Yeah, says take care of yourselves and each other.
Cool.
At the end of his
The
final
opposite.
thought.
Okay.
That's
Hey,
such a tender, beautiful thought from such a violent, terrible show.
Tom, what are you plugging for us
Well,
today?
I'm gonna plug what you can follow me on Twitter if you want. This is what this segment is for. If you're not actually plugging in advice here, so you can follow me at tonguelaw_ for Twitter, or just share this podcast. That'd mean a lot to us. You can email us at ranked@podcavern.com, and then follow us on all those social media stuff at Ranked. And do you guys actually have things that you want to plug that's not advice, or just like projects that you guys have?
I'm down to fall under your social media umbrella, my friend. You follow him.
Cool.
Likewise.
Follow
Awesome.
Tongue.
Thanks, guys.
I ride along in your
These
glory.
guys have their own projects they don't want to talk about.
Okay, I'll do it. For something more serious, I'm in a band. It's called The Kindred. I'm going on tours this past next weekend. On Friday night, I'm going to be in Brantford, and Saturday night, I'm going to be in Windsor. Sunday night, I'm going to be in Kingston, Ontario.
What are those
2
dates?
weeks after that? Sorry, what's Friday? Friday is the 21st.
Cool.
21st Brantford, 22nd Windsor, 23rd Kingston. 2 weeks after that, May 5th, going to be in Ottawa. May 6th, going to be in Montreal. May 7th, going to be in Toronto. Come check it out.
Follow them. The
Gonna be
Kindred.
lit.
Follow them, The Kindred. This episode will air after the show, probably. So, thank you guys so much for
so
joining us here today. And yeah, bye.
See ya.
Yeah,
Bye.
treat your hangovers.
Be good.